So for today's tech tutorial, the goal is to create a quiz using Google Forms within our Google Classroom and assigning it to all our classes. So I hope that we're able to accomplish this and that you guys are able to try it out. So the first thing we want to do is we want to be in our classes, and I'm going to go ahead and choose a class. I don't have one myself, but I'm going to choose a teacher's class right here. And then if you go to the top menu bar, you have stream, classwork, people, grades. We want to go to classwork. And you notice that she already has some assignments here. Now we're going to create a new one, and it's going to be a quiz assignment. So the really cool thing about using that quiz assignment is that it automatically populates a blank quiz for you to start editing. That's the cool thing. So we're going to title it. And then all we're going to do next is go and click on blank quiz. Now you're going to notice on the right hand side there is a feature that you can toggle on, and it says locked mode on Chromebooks. This is really good when you know that your kids are all using Chromebooks. And what it does, if you turn that feature on, it won't allow them to exit and go to open up another tab and start searching for answers. But because we're in this state right now and we're remote learning, it really doesn't matter if we toggle that on or off. So go ahead and click on blank quiz. And we're going to go through this fairly quickly. The first thing is we title our quiz, so the Missouri Compromise. And then I'm going to title this one as well. This is how I can search for it in my drive. Then on the right hand side, if you see these icons, this little painter's palette just allows you to customize the colors if you want to start messing with, beautifying it. This icon, this preview icon, allows you to see how the kids will be seeing the quiz when they receive it on their end. The next thing is you have your settings. And if you go over to the right, we already have the make this a quiz setting on because we've already, that's how we entered it in our Google Classroom. So you don't have to mess with any of the settings unless you want to get a little more technical on what features they can or cannot see. So then we're going to go ahead and get started on making our actual questions. So there are many different ways that you can make a question, of course using plain text. So we would actually type out the question here. And if you notice on the right hand side, it's what kind of question do you want it to be? If we click on this little upside down triangle, we get the different types of choices. I think it's always best to use multiple choice because to import those grades, it makes it a lot easier versus using short answer or paragraphs. So we're going to go ahead and create a multiple choice quiz at this moment. Always remember that if you want the kids to answer that question and not skip through it, that we require it. The next thing is we're going to go ahead and type out that question. So you're going to watch me type out the question as a text and the answer choices as text. All right. So now that I typed out all my questions, you're going to notice that I can't click on the correct answer right here. I need to go to the answer key. So now that I clicked on that, then this is my correct answer, and I do want to assign points. So you have to know ahead of time how many questions are you planning on assigning to the kids. How many questions will this quiz be? You can always modify and adjust them as you're going, but for the sake of time, I'm going to pretend that this quiz is only going to have 2 questions. So this one's going to be worth 50 points. I'm going to go ahead and click on Done. And so now I have it there. Notice as I was typing, every time I wanted to add another answer choice, I would just tap or click on this and it would give me that option to start typing. Now, if I don't want it, I scroll to the right and I click on that Remove, and my question is there. So that's one way to go about creating one of your questions. I'm going to go ahead and show you another way, especially if you like to use those star aligned questions, but don't want to go through the whole trouble of typing everything out, or what if they have diagrams or different type of flow charts. So that's the next thing we're going to do. To add another question, you're going to press on this plus button, and you automatically get a question beneath that one. So if there's a star aligned question that has some type of diagram, you want to take a screenshot of it if you're using a Mac, or use the snippet tool if you're using other devices like Windows devices, so like a Dell or an HP or something like that. So let's say I found this question right here that I want to add, but I can't really generate this kind of question on my own. So I'm going to take a screenshot of it. And like I said, you might be using the snippet tool. For me, it goes straight to my desktop. Now, I'm going to click on this image right here. So instead of typing out the question, I'm going to click on this image, and it's going to ask me, do I want to upload it? Do I want the camera and other features? If you have them saved to your drive, the images, you can get them off of your drive as well. So I'm going to upload it because it's on my desktop. And here's the question right here. I'm going to open it. And now the question has been added. Now, if you're feeling lazy, and let's pretend, especially I'm thinking for ELA reading, those answer choices on those passages can be huge. So you could just go ahead and click on, type out F, G, H, J, instead of typing out the whole thing. Or, of course, if it's short like this one, I can go ahead and type out the entire thing. But that's really going to save you a lot of time if the answer choices are really long. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this. And Civil War. So now that I have that one done, always remember you want to make it required, and then you want to give it an answer. So I'm going to scroll down, and the answer here is Civil War. And because I said I was only going to do 2 questions, I'm going to make this one 50%. So now I have, a total of 100. So I'm done with that one, and I have my 2 questions. So the last thing I want to show you is something really neat. I'm going to show you how to add a YouTube video embedded within your quiz. And I think that's really neat. You can have the kids watch that first and then answer the questions that pertain to that video. And this would really, really help them and ensure success when it comes to taking these quizzes. So what you're going to do next, you want to click on this feature, the add video. So just underneath that, a couple of icons down, add video. So you would have gone to YouTube already and searched for a video that applies to that quiz that you're quizzing the kids on. So I'm going to go to my channel, because I do have, if I go under videos, I do have several videos that are history videos of myself teaching certain lessons. One particularly, the Missouri Compromise, which is what they're getting quizzed on. So once you find your video and you like it, you can click on this link up here, which is in the Omnibox, and copy that. Or you can go down here to the share and copy this one as well. Now I'm going to toggle back to this one, to my Google form, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to search, and there's my video. And so I'm going to select that video, and I'm going to type in, make sure to watch this video before answering any questions. And so what you want to do next is, especially for those times that you create a Google form quiz that has a lot of questions, if you see these little 6 dots that you have, what you can do is you can choose to move them and reorder your questions. This came out because I had added a new question, but I ended up doing a YouTube video. So I'm just going to click on it and delete it. And so again, I'm going to reorder this because I want them to see the video first before anything else. And so now that I'm ready, I have a 2-question quiz, and a video, I'm going to show you how the kids see it in their through their student view. So I'm going to click on the little eye icon, and this is how they see it. So take a look. The video is embedded within. It's not going to take them to YouTube. They're going to watch it within this video. And they can watch the whole thing and then answer those questions as they go. So anyways, I wanted to show you that. I'm going to go back to the edit view, the teacher view, and I have made sure that my questions are required. Everything's set. Now it's time to assign this. We're ready. It's ready to go. So you're probably wondering right now, how do I send it over? How do I make sure it's there? I'm working on it. How do I get it into the class that I want? Don't worry about it. All changes have been saved in your drive. This quiz is ready to go. And if we toggle back to our original class, even though it says blank quiz, it's actually already attached to the one that you've been creating. Eventually it's going to change to the title that you assigned it. So let's go here to the right side, and let's say we're going to assign it to all of her classes. So I'm not going to scroll through all of them, but let's pretend I already assigned them to all her classes, all the students. It's worth 100 points. I'm going to give it a due date. Let's say it's due tomorrow on a Saturday. The topic and things like that. So now I'm ready to assign it. Once I click assign, the kids are not going to see it as blank quiz. It's going to show as the Missouri Compromise. So let's take a look. Notice here, I'm back in my assignments, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And here's the quiz that they're going to be taking. And so 0 have turned it in of the 21 kids that have been assigned. So if I want to view the assignment, I can click on this, and I can see all the kids and who hasn't completed this assignment. I hope you guys liked this. I hope it was easy enough to follow. If you do have any more questions, please feel free to leave a comment or reach out to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so that you can get notified anytime I add new videos to my tutorials. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.